I have a special message for both USC and UCLA football. The first one to sanity wins. That is the subject of a quick special report on Faithful Angelino Sports. Hi, I'm James. And if you enjoy talking about the Bruins or the Trojans, don't forget to subscribe to the channel because we talk about both programs here virtually every day. I have just finished watching USC give up a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter to Tulane in the Cotton Bowl, a game they had no business losing. Longtime viewers of this channel know that I come up with rapid recaps after Trojans games. I don't believe I should do that in this case, because as I was taking down my notes through the course of the game, I was looking at it, and then I realized I was literally creating a carbon copy of UCLA's loss to Pittsburgh in the Sun Bowl in El Paso a few days ago. Why repeat what I've already said? I could cross out Dorian Thompson-Robinson's name and write in Caleb Williams. That's how crazy these notes were going along. The first team to sanity wins. Translation: the first team that fires its defensive coordinator and chooses to take defense seriously wins. It could be UCLA, it could be USC. We have no idea. It could go either way, folks. If you're a Trojans fan or a Bruins fan, you know it just as well as I do. And just because I wear USC gear and just because I'm a USC fan, it doesn't mean that I ignore UCLA. UCLA had the exact same problems that the Trojans did all year long. And I don't need to start screaming, and I don't need to start cussing. If UCLA gets rid of Bill McGovern first and takes defense seriously, they will surpass USC and be a bigger threat in the Big Ten. If USC decides to take defense seriously, they will be a threat in the national title picture. It is literally just that simple. Since November 1st, the UCLA Bruins have allowed an average of over 36 points per game. Originally, I thought that was the fault of former USC defensive coordinator Clancy Pendergast, who went over to the Bruins and subbed in for the defensive coordinator Bill McGovern during the time that McGovern was sick. I do not believe that to be the case anymore. As for Alex Grinch, USC has allowed more than 40 points in 3 of its last 4 games, including another catastrophic collapse in a game that they shouldn't have lost. How would you like to be Caleb Williams getting on board the flight at DFW Airport heading back home tonight? Could you argue that the offense of USC could not possibly do anything more? Could Caleb Williams have possibly done anything more? If Jordan Addison was there, do you really believe that the Trojans would have scored upward even more points than they did? The Trojans' offense was unstoppable today. The only thing that stopped it were a couple of its own mistakes, a safety in the fourth quarter. They didn't punt, for Pete's sakes. They didn't punt. The Bruins, on the other hand, again, they took the lead with 35 seconds left to go in the Sun Bowl and still gave up the loss to Pitt. So, what does that mean? For UCLA, what it means is Chip Kelly has been known, just like Lincoln Riley, as an offensive genius. Kelly obviously having a few more years on Mr. Riley. Through Chip Kelly's career, it has been believed that Chip Kelly has a complete hands-off approach to defense, and it has cost him in virtually every step of the way when his team is good. It cost him at Oregon in the national title picture. It definitely cost him in the NFL, and you could argue it most definitely cost him as he's trying to rebuild, or has rebuilt, UCLA's program. He doesn't even bother to take part in the recruiting trail to bolster UCLA's defense. He needs a defensive coordinator who will not only recruit hard, but ask Chip Kelly to be part of the conversation. Chip Kelly is the selling point to go to UCLA, not Bill McGovern. For USC, it's going to be difficult. Alex Grinch is friends with Lincoln Riley. Riley brought Grinch to LA, for Pete's sake, from Oklahoma. But I have friends who are Oklahoma fans. He said you're going to love everything that Lincoln Riley does on offense, and you're going to want to pull your hair out when you watch Alex Grinch coach defense. And they unfortunately were absolutely right. The first school to become sane, the first school to sanity, wins. The first school that recognizes that you have to go to defense as well as offense wins. It's as simple as that. The first team to fire their defensive coordinator and recruit defense heavily wins. There's no other way to describe it, folks. The pratfalls for both schools are as follows. McGovern is going to be hard to fire because he has a fat contract, and UCLA is currently in financial debt. The problem for USC is, again, he has a personal relationship, Lincoln Riley does, with Alex Grinch. Possibly the boosters of USC are going to raise enough of a stink to where Riley actually has to fire Grinch, but it's going to have to come to that. It's going to have to be tough love, because neither school at this point is going to be defensively equipped to make a dent in the postseason, whether they're in the Pac-12 or the Big Ten. It's literally just that simple. And as I hope you can tell by my voice, I'm not cussing, I'm not flipping out, I'm not just randomly listing off a bunch of insults or names on players or coaches. It has to be rational. USC, no matter how many points it puts up on the board with a Heisman Trophy winner, UCLA, no matter what it does on offense, will not be a player on the national stage until they take their defensive priorities seriously. Leave me what you think in the comments thread. Fire Alex Grinch and or fire Bill McGovern. You're not going to go anywhere bigger until you do so. If you enjoyed this commentary, don't forget to like and subscribe to Faithful Angelinos. We talk USC and UCLA virtually every single day here. Thank you for watching. I'm James. We'll be back tomorrow. Faithful Angelinos is a Kian Corta El Queso production. Take care.